Yesterday, Joe Biden's office announced that the former president has been diagnosed with a, quote, aggressive form of prostate cancer that has spread to his bones. Doctors say they made the diagnosis on Friday, the office statement said, after Mr. Biden complained of urinary symptoms, which led doctors to find a small nodule on his prostate. The statement yesterday read in part, quote, while this represents a more aggressive form of the disease, the cancer appears to be hormone sensitive, which allows for effective management, end quote. So that's what Mr. Biden's office is telling us. But the timing of this announcement is raising many serious questions. How could President Biden, who left office at the age of 82, not have been previously screened for prostate cancer? Oncologist Ezekiel Emanuel, brother of Rahm Emanuel, I've interviewed him many times on Fox News. He's a prominent Democrat, and he is the so-called architect of Obamacare. He told Morning Joe today that, in his opinion, Mr. Biden had this cancer while he was president. Watch.
Very few people get diagnosed this advanced. About 7% of all prostate cancer in the country gets diagnosed when you have a lesion that's in the bone. He did not develop it in the last 100, 200 days. He had it while he was president. He probably had it at the start of his presidency in 2021.
The news of the diagnosis came on the same weekend we heard the audio for the first time from Mr. Biden's interview with special counsel Robert Hur, where the president forgot the years when he had been vice president, as well as the year when his son Beau died. And it comes just ahead of tomorrow's publication of this book, Original Sin, by Jake Tapper and Alex Thompson. They'll be here, by the way, on this program tomorrow. Don't miss that. And the book lays out the significant cognitive issues that Joe Biden displayed while president and the lengths his aides went to hide them. Now, I've read the book. It's embargoed, and we've agreed not to disclose what we've read prior to Tapper and Thompson coming on tomorrow. But I can tell you this, it's horrifying. It was extensive, the cover-up. They do name names. I don't know why people are saying that they don't name names. They do name names of the specific aides that were most responsible for covering it up. And we'll get into exactly who they were and who was most responsible. So there are things to be learned from this book. And tomorrow will be an interesting exchange between me and these two because, yes, of course, I'm going to give them a hard time for, especially Tapper. He knows that. He says he wants to answer these questions for their role. I mean, the media's role in covering this up. But I want to get into the substance of this book. Like, I don't think we on, the independent and right-leaning ecosphere should ignore the substance that's been reported in this book just because you may or may not like the reporters and you may or may not think that they had a hand in keeping it quiet, right? Like, it is worthwhile to look at what they're reporting because there actually is extensive new reporting in there. I disagree with people who say that they haven't broken any new ground. There are a lot of new details in there that I did not know and that I think you guys are all going to find very, very, very interesting. And not coincidentally, I believe, now we get this presidential announcement from the Biden office. And as if on cue, we get this from top Democrat strategist David Axelrod reacting to the news from Joe Biden's office, suggesting that these discussions we're about to have as this book hits shelves and the Hur audio becomes public about Biden's cognitive issues, well, it's going to need to be more muted now that the man is suffering from cancer. Watch.
Yeah, well, I think those conversations are going to happen, but they should be more muted and set aside for now as he's struggling through this.
Well, we reject your suggestion, and that will not be happening on this program. We will be taking a full, robust, deep dive into everything that's revealed in that book, and no detail will be spared, David Axelrod, because of this diagnosis. You are # part of the problem. The same media that covered up the Joe Biden mental infirmity is now going to try to use this diagnosis as an excuse to cover up the discussion about the cover-up. It's a no. This July, speaking of resets, there's a global summit of BRICS nations in Rio. This bloc of emerging superpowers, including China, Russia, India, and Iran, are meeting with the goal of displacing the U.S. dollar as the global currency. They're calling this the Rio Reset. As BRICS nations push forward with their plans, some worry global demand for U.S. dollars will decrease, bringing down the value of dollars in your savings. While this transition will not happen overnight, the Rio Reset could mark a pivotal moment. So learn if diversifying your savings into gold is right for you. Birch Gold Group can help you move your hard-earned savings into a tax-sheltered IRA in precious metals. Claim your free info kit on gold by texting MK to the number 989898. With an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of happy customers, let Birch Gold arm you with a free, no-obligation info kit on owning gold before July and the Rio Reset. Text MK to 989898 today. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.